Hi, I'm Anubhav, founder and CEO of Find My Real Estate, and I'm about to show you how exactly this strategy can really change your life. And this isn't theory, it's execution-based investing, which is generating 50,000 to 100,000 a year for you every single 12 months for you. So let's break this down. Let's say you buy a property for $620,000 right here, and to buy the property for $620,000, you need to spend money on stamp duty, other costs involved, and possibly a buyer's agent fee too. And let's say that in our case is about $60,000. So your acquisition cost is going to be close to $700,000, including the entire purchase. So this property is outdated, it's poor presentation, old kitchen, bad flooring, and really nothing structurally wrong, but it needs some love. So this undervalued property, which is due to its condition, we are able to buy under market value for $620,000, is going to shine when we are going to invest this additional $60,000 of our money into renovations. This is not complex renovation, it's simple renovation. Upgrade the kitchen, maybe deck the flooring, maybe put a new bathroom into it if required, or just a lick of paint. But we've kept aside $60,000 in this case to allow for that renovation cost. And with all the other holding costs and costs to actually in relation to your interest, we are talking about another $10,000. So your total cost is around $750,000, including your strategy cost, which is your renovation in this case. Now we're ready, we've done the job, we've got the team there who's done everything that we plan to do, so even possibly upgraded even the lights if required. And now we're ready to go back in the same market within the 6-month period to sell the same asset at $825,000. This was done even before we purchased the property, where we compared a $620,000 property that was under market value to actually a property that was very well done and renovated, selling in the same market in the same time frame for close to $825,000 to $850,000. So we saw the gap, we picked up the gap, we improved the value, and now we're ready to sell our asset for $825,000. What that means is, after the selling cost of $25,000, we're talking about walking away with $800,000 in our bank account. Take out all the costs that you've actually spent in buying this property and renovating the property, which is $750,000, leaving you with clear $50,000 in that 6 months. Repeat and rinse another 6 months, and you've made $100,000 for yourself every 12 months. In some cases, I have seen people do that within 3 months, or even staggering this strategy and doing 4 a year, which means you're not walking away with $100,000 a year, you're walking away with $200,000 a year, in which you're not even doing the work. The work is done by the team that you actually put on the ground, the A team that you need, right from the right person who is going to help you source the right property, to actually putting the people, a team together who is going to do the work, get your property up and running, and a great selling agent who is going to sell this property at the highest price possible in the same market within a short period of time. Now here's what most people lose money, and why they lose money. They don't lose money on renovations. They lose money in the assumptions. They overcapitalize. They blow out on their renovation budgets. They forget stamp duty, holding costs, agent fees, or even for that matter, analysis paralysis on comparing properties that are actually not real comparisons. And worst of all, they calculate profit using optimistic resale values. That's absolutely incorrect. It's not a strategy, it's gambling with your numbers, and at the end of 6 months, it's only disappointment. A professional flip works in a different way. So the way it actually works is, you buy at a genuine discount under market value, you control the renovation scope really tightly, have the right A team to do that job for you, and you run the numbers also quite conservatively to make sure you protect your margins. And only margins will work in the right way when you've actually looked at every single line item and ensured that your renovations start at the right time and they are tightly done in the timeline that you have decided. You can walk away with $50,000 to $100,000 a year without having to lift a finger, but manage this whole scope of work with the right team at hand. Let's talk about the timeline. From the moment you secure the deal, really how it actually works. 30 to 60 days to acquire, 6 to 8 weeks to renovate, and 4 to 8 weeks to sell or refinance the money out of that. That's roughly 4 to 6 months. And even if you were to add delays to it, that's probably another 2 months to it. But if you stagger it, you can still complete 2 projects within the 12-month period, and you can go faster in year 2 with more properties that you can do the same thing. So a controlled $100,000 profit, a real cash annually, is really $500,000 in real cash over 5 years. Imagine what you can do with that money. You can pay down your loan, fund your lifestyle, or simply retire without relying on 5% just market growth or stalled market that doesn't move at all, and the painful negative cash flow position that you're in holding those properties that is not only destroying your lifestyle whilst you hold them, you are actually really just hoping for something to happen to retire. This is a bulletproof system in the right market for you to make real wealth, real income, real cash, because cash is king.